I beseech you, doctor, let me speak.
But, madame, I do not even know you. It's customary to write first, requesting an appointment.
Desperation has driven me headlong into etiquette.
My schedule is not subject to the whims of lunatics.
I beg to differ, doctor. You work at a madhouse. Your every waking moment is governed by the insane.
Shall I call the guard and have you removed?
You have a choice. Hear me out, or watch as I curdle and die before you, a victim of my own cancerous grief. Denied its expression, I will surely be poisoned by it. Collapse at your feet, a spent cipher, a corpse.
Excuse me a moment, Mr. Pruitt. Well, of course. I beg you, be succinct.
I have fallen prey to yet another abomination's unending woe, which I am doomed to call my life.
How may I assist you?
You're new to Sharon's, are you not?
I am.
Perhaps you're not familiar with my husband and his unusual case.
He's a patient here, I presume?
Quite.
His name?
I cannot bring myself to say it, doctor. Its cost has been so dear.
With all due respect, madame, your husband is quite famous in France.
No one knows his reputation better than I, doctor.
I assume you come to plead for clemency on his behalf?
Oh, you do you?
I'm afraid I can offer him nothing more than sympathy. I have the strictest orders, and a writ signed by Napoleon himself to contain the man indefinitely.
It's my dearest hope that he remained entombed forever in this dank bowels of your institution, that he be deprived of all human contact, and then when at last he perishes, he's left his carrion for the rodents and the worms.
I stand corrected, madame.
I have paid in blood, sir, for the mere fact that I am his wife and he my husband.
I see.
I don't know what has plagued me more, his grotesque resumes of crime with their notoriety, when he mutilated that poor beggar woman, her backside forked through like a pastry shell. No one was more mortified than I. His orgy in the schoolyard, those pitiful children, that lethal pox, will break the fabric of my heart. I was no less moved when, on a country weekend in Chambray, our hostess, upon learning I was a spouse, spat a mouthful of Coderone upon my breast. At that very moment, all his cruelties coalesced into a single liquid projectile issuing from her lips.
Ironically, moral outrage often finds its expression in coarse gesture.
Everywhere I go, the same scenario ensues. The other evening, I was at the opera. I was seated in my box, a few scant meters from the stage. In the midst of her aria, the soprano stopped mid-note. The orchestra ceased to play. And the diva cried, "Look, here in our midst, Satan's bride!" Suddenly, 1,000 opera glasses turned to stare in my direction. I bolted for the door, stricken. I ran into the nearest church. There I pleaded absolution for my husband's sins. After I left, the very pew that I had sat in was hauled out to the courtyard by a trio of priests. There as they intoned the sacred rite of exorcism, they burned the very wood that I had sullied with my behind.
Careful, Marquise. Women who take to screaming these hallways often find themselves in leg irons.
I'm no stranger to such contraptions, Doctor.
You too fell prey to his appetites?
His soul, my body, were his conscience and corporal form, scarred beyond all repair.
So what exactly has prompted this visit today?
I dared hope that my husband's incarceration would allow him to free from the country's memory, that I could take freedom in his obscurity. Oh, to take tea again, to be invited on a garden stroll, to once again know the unfettered glory of walking the streets without insult, without falling debris.
I wish it for you, madame.
happiness. But such changes.
What?
Are you aware, sir, of the latest charge that has precipitated my husband's arrest?
I am. The author of the scandalous novel. They sold pornographic. It drove men to murder and women to miscarry.
And are you further aware that right now, in this institution, his writing continues unchecked?
What?
Sure, it provides a haven most agreeable to his muse. Endless hours to write without interruption. Save for his meals, stacks of paper at his disposal, rivers of ink, and always a ready quill.
I recognize our failing. I know its cause.
Yes?
It pains me to admit that our reputation is one of laxity. A certain Abbe Cugnier, administrator here, has a constitution more suited to nursing babies than tending to the insane. He's removed the wire jacket, the wicker dummy, the straight jacket, all tools people think are essential to our trade. He's replaced them with musical interludes, watercolor exercises, and Marivaux.
I had no idea that art offered salvation from madness. I was under the impression that most artists are themselves quite deranged.
That is the very reason I've been assigned to this task, to enforce a more stringent atmosphere.
I pray for your sake and mine that you succeed at your assigned task.
It is not so easy, madame. We require blacksmiths to cast new shackles, a battalion of guards, thumb screws and pillories to keep the patients tranquil. Our resources are very scant.
That is your worry, sir, not mine.
On the contrary. If perhaps you're able to buttress your entreaties with the means to oblige them,
I am not a wealthy woman.
if you are determined to step out of the long, dark shadow of your husband's celebrity,
Oh, but I am.
words alone are insufficient.
It's beyond perversity. That honor should carry a price tag.
Picture a summer's day, linen strewn, an array of succulents, old friends deigning to kiss your hand. Why, Marquise, how pleasant to see you. Welcome back from your long, dark descent into the abyss of infamy.
Don't toy with me, Doctor.
Now's the time to secure your epitaph. Will it be Rene Page Montreuil or Satan's Bride?
Name it and the figure shall be yours.
I trust we'll keep our newfound understanding and confidence.
Of course.
Far be it from me to press the matter.
My lawyer will be in contact with you later this afternoon. I'm sure that you will come up with a commensurate sum together.
I'm eternally in your debt.
And I am yours. Doctor,
Marquise?
can I impart to you his most cruelest trick?
Yes.
Once, long ago, in the folly of youth, he made me love him.
My sympathies, madame.
Tell me truthfully, will my malign character, stretched so long upon this rack of ignominy, ever regain its natural shape?
Take heart. How suddenly such happiness seems.
And see.
I said most cruel.